Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how bad the system is glitching right now.
Peace, love, life, and healing, my people. House of Healing LLC is back, and there has been a shift in the energy. On July 5th, the Hadron Particle Collider was relaunched. And for those of you who don't know, this is an attempt to recreate the Big Bang. So there are schools of thought that say that they were opening up portals to lower dimensions. There are schools of thought that say that they were opening wormholes or stargates to parallel dimensions or realities. I can attest to the fact that these are definitely strange days, my people, and I have even personally had a couple of strange things happen in my own life. So these are a few short clips of myself and also some other people who have also experienced some weirdness since the Hadron Particle Collider was relaunched. Check it out.
We're all getting our fucking powers right now, okay? I was in Vegas from July 4th to July 8th, and I was with my friend, and we went to a restaurant, and we're looking at the menu, and I hear him go, "Oh my God, this is so expensive." And I turned around and I said, "I know, right?" And he goes, "You heard that? I didn't say that out loud." What? Then every time I was in the shower, he kept saying, "What?" And I was like, "I'm not saying anything." And he was like, "I hear you talking to someone." I think we're hearing each other's thoughts.
So this morning, a friend that calls me every day, like clockwork, called me, and just like, normal, his picture and his phone number both popped up on the screen. And so when I answered, at first I missed the call, okay? So when I missed the call by like a minute. And so when I get to the phone, I call back just by returning it to the number that just called me. And there was some white guy on the other end, and he told me his name, and he said that it was not my friend's phone number. And I thought it was weird because I just returned the call to the number that had just called me, and it was the same number that he's been calling me from for over a year and a half, and his number and picture are programmed under that number, and that's what the number that had called me. So what happened? So when I call back, it's a white guy on the end, and then I hang up, and then he calls me back. So I'm assuming that my friend must have changed his phone number. It was just really weird. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say anything to me about changing the phone number. Like, we talk from this number every day, and it was just really weird. And I was just like, okay, because I could see if because when I first called, okay, because I called him back and it was a guy on the end. So I'm like, okay, maybe I called the wrong number, even though I saw his name, okay? But when the guy called me back, it's coming from the same number. So I'm like, okay, how is this his number? So then later, he calls me. No, I think I called him on a different number. Okay, he has a WhatsApp number. So the number that was calling me was his home number, or his regular phone. And so I called him on WhatsApp to ask, like, did you change your phone number? And so he told me no. And he also had sent me a text in the meantime from the same number. Okay? So I'm just wondering, like, so who was the white guy that answered the phone when I called the first time, and then he also called me back and told me that that was not my friend's number? I'm tripping because I was already, it's like, because I knew about the Hadron Collider thing, and I felt like it had caused something, and something like this has never happened before. And my friend is like, well, it was probably just a glitch in your phone. But a glitch in my phone has never happened. Like, that has never happened. And it happened more than once. Like, I called him and he called me, and it was your number with your picture, but it was some white guy.
Texts me and says, "Mom, what are you doing?" I respond with, "I'm at the store, like, I'll be home soon." And then she's like, "Why are you in the driveway?" And I'm like, "In the driveway? Like, I'm at the store. I'm not in the driveway. Like, that's not my car." And then she responds with, "Mom, I waved at you. You waved." And she said that she saw when my car pulled up to the driveway, and she was wondering what was taking me so long to get out of the car. So she waved at me, and she saw when I waved back. That's when she texted me and said, "What are you doing?" And then after I text her back and said, "What do you think I'm at, Marshall's, whatever," she looked back out the window, and the car wasn't there anymore. He goes into the bathroom and I hear him go, Mom. And I'm like, he'll be back in a minute. If he needs me, he's going to come back in here. A couple minutes goes by. Like, I'm talking like a solid 10 minutes. I'm watching a whole ass show. I don't hear him. So I'm like, all right, he just got tired of hanging out with me. He probably went into his bedroom. Silence. And then I hear a faint mom again. And I'm like, so now I'm contemplating, like, do I need to get up? I'm like, what? Like, what? What do you want? Nothing. So I'm like, all right, if he needs me, he's going to come in here. Next thing I know, I'm hearing like panting, like almost having an anxiety attack. I know him and he's panicking. And I shoot up out of bed and I'm trying to find him and I can't. I've looked all over this fucking house for him and he's like not here. And but I can hear him. So I'm hearing him from this side of the house, right? And that's where I'm looking. Then all of a sudden I hear him from the other side of the house. So that's where I run out to. He's out on the back porch. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, you weren't in the bedroom. I'm like, yes, I was. I never left the bedroom. He's like, no, you weren't. I went in there and I looked for you and you weren't in there. I thought you left me home alone. My youngest twin came to me and he said, Mom, you called to me. And I said, no, I didn't, baby. I'm in here cleaning. He said, yeah, I heard you call my name. I said, no, baby, I didn't. And, we kind of dismissed it, let it go. And then a little bit later, my older twin, he come to me. He said, Mommy, you called my name. I was still cleaning. I said, baby, I didn't call your name. He said, yeah, you called my name. You called my name and said we was about to go outside. No, baby.
And I do think that it is evidence of us, going back and forth between different dimensions or realities.
Be sure to leave a comment if you had any weirdness going on in your life. And until next time, from the Healing Squad in the House of Healing, peace, love, life, and healing.